Good morning. Today we gather here to discuss a critical issue that economies around the globe inflation. Inflation is a general increase in prices and a decrease in the purchasing power of money. It is a complex economic phenomenon that has far reaching consequences for individuals, businesses, and entire nations. In this speech, we will explore the problems caused by the inflation, its cost to society, and delve into potential solutions to mitigate its adverse effects. There are a few reasons why inflation is happening right now. One reason is that the global economies is recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. As demand for the goods and services increase, prices are going up. Another reason is that there's been a lot of money printing going on in recent years. This has led to an increase in the money supply, which can also cause inflation. While some level of inflation is normal and even necessary for the growing economy, high and unpredictable inflation can have serious and negative impacts. Inflation has a number of costs. One cost is that it can make it harder for people to afford basic necessities. When prices go up, people have to spend more money on the things that they need to survive. This can lead to financial hardship, especially for people who are already struggling to make ends meet. Inflation can also lead to decreases in economic growth. When businesses have to pay more money for their inputs, they have to raise their prices. This can lead to consumers spending less money, which can slow down the economy. Money policy is one of the solutions that could adjust the situation of an economy and lead to solve the problem of inflation. It is orchestrated by central bank, and it involves regulating the money supply and interest rate to uh, influence spending partner, investment, and overall economic activity. From the book called Principles of Macroeconomics, we can know that the entire adjustment process is like this. Through an open market operation, the central bank sells government bonds, thus taking people's saved money out of the market, thus reducing the money supply in the market. From this picture on the left, we can see that the money supply curve shifts to the left. So interest rate become higher. Higher interest rate lead to lower investment expansion and thus lower the income. A decrease in income will also lead to a decrease in consumer spending power. As shown in the figure on the right, the aggregate demand curve shifts to the left. In this case, the intersection point of the aggregate demand and short-run aggregate supply, that is the aggregate price level, will decrease, and the prices in the market will decrease as well. But in fact, changing the problem of inflation through monetary policy has some negative effects. For example, in terms of economic development, while effective in curbing inflation, tight monetary policy can also slow down economic growth due to the reduced consumer spending and investment. And in terms of employment rate, higher interest rate may lead to decrease the business expansion, which potentially resulting in job losses and increase in unemployment rate. If want to if want to avoid these negative effects, the government can also try to use other methods to improve the situation of inflation. Inflation is a complex economics challenge that requires multifaceted approaches to address its problems and mitigate its costs. By employing effective monetary and fiscal policy and encouraging supply-side reforms, society can strive to strike the balance between economic growth and stable price. As we navigate the intricate landscape of global economics, it is vital that we remain the vigilant and the proactive in our efforts to manage the inflation for the benefits of all. Thank you for your time.